Hello and welcome to another market analysis video. So today I got a few very interesting developments for you, and I think we stand before a huge investment opportunity, and you really don't want to miss out on that. And for that reason, let's look at the data. First off, if you are new to these kinds of videos, we are basically going to look at the data for the currency ratios of the past. I'm going to do some analysis, and then we're going to determine what currency is going to rise in relative value to everything else and which is going to drop. And for that reason, let's look at the short-term development graph. At the short-term development graph, we can kind of see that the sinistral erasure omen has had a lessened decrease in value. So that kind of means, especially because all of the other omens are doing the opposite, and they are decreasing and increase in value, and this is the only one that is increasing in value, right? We know that this is very likely to rise in value, and supportive of that is also the long-term development graph, because we can see right here that the omen of sinistral erasure was above the whittling and the dextral annul and also the divine for a long time in the past. And right now it has dropped below it, and every time it dropped below those two, it kinda recovered a lot. You can see that right here. It recovers a lot and goes above those two values. So I'm going to be putting about 25% of my total stash into dextral annuls. And I'm also going to be keeping my investment of yesterday, where I invested into sinistral annuls, because if you zoom in a lot, you can see that this light green line, it's still increasing. So yesterday I invested into the sinistral annul because it breached the 100% line. Today it didn't increase that much, but it still increased. So I'm going to be holding my sinistral annul position. And in addition to that, I also have a lot of currency invested into Exalted and some into Fracture. And I do that because the, not Exalted, but Chaos Orbs. And I do that because the Chaos Orb is the best performing currency, considering long-term sustain of increase in value. And the Fracture Orb is the second one. So to look at the full stash for today, want to zoom out a bit and zoom in down here. So basically we got some exchanging going on right here because I had to exchange some of my currency. I kinda have two more divines than I had yesterday, and almost the same amount of chaos, which is not correct right now because I have already invested those into sinistral omen of sinistral what was it? Dextral erasure? I was just buying those sinistral erasure. That's why I'm still not quite sure. So yeah, omen of sinistral erasure. I bought 10 of those for 33.56 divs. And this is 26% of my stash. I still keep about 8% into Fracture Orbs. I am keeping the sinistral annul investment of yesterday. We have already made 0.5 divines, so half a divine, and that makes up 33% of my stash. I have basically nothing in Exalted right now because Exalted are always dropping, and I got, let's see for ourselves, 492 in Chaos Orbs, which cannot be correct. Something weird is happening right now. Yeah, we basically want to delete this. Yeah. And yeah. And we actually got 11 because market is already increasing. So I bought one first, but the exchange rate, I kind of got blown out of the market, so I made another order for 10, so I technically have 10 omens of Sinistral Erasure. We'll have to add that here. 11, sorry. Which is it's always kind of interesting how everything that you prepared for the video kind of goes under when you're recording the video. So I spent 621 plus 61 plus 61 on all the chaos, and 682 chaos is divided by 18.55, and then we got the exalted equivalent divided by 18.55, so 36.76, 36.76, yes, and that is the correct value. So this is the full currency stash tab, my currency stash tab for today, just considering what I'm always investing. And I'm not counting any currency that I make from my other strategies, which, as you can see, I've done this for a couple of hours, I think 2 hours, and I already have 10 more divines, and of course I got a lot of items that I have priced as at a lot of divines, so if those sell, it's even more. So check out my other strategies and subscribe to the channel, and I highly recommend to you to join our Discord group. You will see a couple of different very interesting things there in the near future, and also of course these data analysis sheets and all of that similar information. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Statistics say that if you stayed until now, you are one of 5% of all of my viewers, and for that I want to thank you very, very much for watching this to the end, and I see you in the next one. I'm out.